The new Apple iPad, 2017, amazed anybody when it became found out on March 21. We had been all watching for the iPad Air 3. At the least, that's what all of the rumors pointed towards. Rather, what we were given changed into a hybrid of the unique iPad Air and the iPad Air 2, definitely known as the iPad, 2017. That sounds fine, it irresistible must be terrible information, and in some ways that's very an awful lot the case. This new iPad is both fatter and heavier than the iPad Air 2, which it replaces, and the screen isn't as pleasant. On paper, the brand new iPad has a much less successful processor as nicely. However, there's accurate information, too. The large headline is that the new iPad is significantly cheaper than the iPad Air 2. In fact, at £339, 2017's iPad knocks a complete £60 off the rate, plus you get 32 GB of garage, that's double that of the tablet it replaces. If you need greater storage, there's a 128 GB model costing £429, even as the 4G version expenses £469 for the 32 GB model and £559 for the 128 GB. In phrases of competing Android capsules, the brand new iPad does quite nicely, too. Our favorite Android pill remains the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2, that's gloriously slender and moderate, and has a top-notch AMOLED display. Notwithstanding the reality that Android isn't the best OS for tablet use, the Tab S2 is a terrific piece of hardware. But, in spite of the Tab S3 at the horizon, the Tab S2 continues to be pretty luxurious, costing £399 at most outlets, consisting of John Lewis, Argos, and Computer International. The bodily format follows a familiar sample. At the front, the iPad's 4:3 Retina Elegance 2048x1536, 264 ppi display dominates affairs, with a FaceTime HD 720p webcam above it and a fingerprint reader/domestic button within the center beneath the display. The pinnacle area hosts a 3.5mm headphone jack and the strength button. The extent buttons are at the right edge close to the pinnacle, and for charging, data transfer, and sync, there's a lightning port in the center on the bottom edge. You don't get the clever keyboard connector at the left long edge as you do with the iPad Season 9.7 and 12.9, however there's still a sequence of magnets right here that assist you to quick attach and detach Apple's variety of folding iPad covers. The worst component you could say about the brand new iPad is that, in truth, there's not anything new about the layout at all. The layout is attempted and tested, however, and no matter the increase in length and weight over the iPad Air 2, you gain notice the distinction unless you're maintaining one in each hand. Sling the brand new iPad for your bag and you'll barely observe it's there in any respect. The brand new iPad's show isn't as excellent because the iPad Air 2s nor the iPad Season 9.7s. It doesn't have the identical anti-reflective coating as those capsules, and there's a seen air gap between the LCD panel and the glass above it where those different tablets have laminated presentations. That means the iPad's show isn't pretty as vibrant and the on-screen image would not appearance quite as on the spot. That is due to the fact the comparison isn't as accurate and reflections aren't dispelled as efficiently. That isn't to say it's a poor display, although most brightness reaches an impressive 520 CD/M2, which is a good deal brighter than the unique iPad Air's display, and despite the fact that the evaluation ratio is at the equal level a rather disappointing 861:1, Apple has been able to tweak matters so it reproduces greater of the sRGB coloration gamut. Colors are nicely balanced and exceedingly accurate, too. Apple's Night Shift Tech, which reduces the amount of blue light emitted through the display screen inside the nighttime and at nighttime, makes a reappearance here, however there's no true tone. The latter is the technology Apple brought at the iPad Pro 9.7 that adapts the shade temperature of the display to fit ambient situations. Performance is any other location in which the brand new iPad differs from previous iPads. The headline is the use of the Apple A9 processor, that is the same as used in the iPhone SIXS and SIXS Plus smartphones. This isn't as effective on paper as the iPad Air 2's A8X processor, but it's far extra executed than the Air's twin middle, 1.3 GHz A7 processor.